Hello everyone and welcome. So this video is about the most anticipated movies of the summer of 2021. Yeah. So I have collected some of the most anticipated 20 movies of this summer 2021. So I hope you guys like it. If you don't, yeah, then I'm gonna make another video. I'm sure you guys are gonna love it. Okay, so the first movie in the list is called Wrath of Man. This movie is directed by Guy Ritchie and starred by Jason Statham. Whoa! Yeah, okay, so this movie is produced by MGM Studio. This movie is heist action thriller. So if you are one of those guys who like the robbery kind of stuff, robbery movies, and you are a fan of Jason Statham, so I don't see any barriers stopping you to go to theater and watch this movie. Yeah, no way. So it's gonna be full action-packed movie, and you better go to see it in theaters. Yep. Okay, so next movie in this list is called Those Who Wish Me Dead. This movie is coming out on May 14, and this movie is starred by Angelina Jolie and Nicholas Hoult and so many more. Actually, I'm a big fan of Angelina Jolie. I watched all of her movies. Yeah, I'm that big of a fan of her. And Nicholas Hoult, he is a talent to watch. Remember 2 years ago when Warner Brothers were considering to cast Nicholas Hoult in the Matt Reeves The Batman movie. So yeah, he is a talent to watch. So I'm excited for him that he is in the movie and he's working with Angelina Jolie. That should be pretty fun to watch on the big screen. Yeah, so this movie is actually about a smoke jumper and a 12-year-old boy fight for their lives while two assassins pursue them through wilderness. So it sounds very amazing, and I'm pretty hopeful it will be amazing. And okay, so this movie will be released in theaters and on HBO Max on May 14 simultaneously. So you better don't miss it. Okay, so another movie in this list is called Spiral from the Book of Saw. This movie is also coming out on May 14, and actually this movie is written by Josh Stelberg and Peter Goldfish, who also write the Jigsaw movie and Piranha 3. So this movie is actually based on kind of detective and serial killer stories. So if you love those kind of stories, so I will prefer you for sure go and watch this movie in theater, because this movie will be released in theaters. This is not coming on VOD or premium video on demand. So yeah, so this movie is also starred by Samuel L. Jackson. So yep, I'm a big fan of him. All of his movies I've enjoyed watching. Okay, so the next movie in this list is called Army of the Dead. This movie is coming out on May 21st, and this is a Netflix movie. It will be released on Netflix on May 21, and this movie is directed by none other but our beloved director Zack Snyder. We just witnessed on March 18 the Zack Snyder's Justice League, and you all guys, all fans around the world, they want them to continue the Snyderverse. Let's just hope, fingers crossed, and they agree with the fans. So don't mind, but there is another gold from Zack Snyder coming. Is Army of the Dead. So this movie is starred by Dave Bautista and Matthias. Super talented. Go and watch his movie called Resistance. He is super good in that movie, and you will know why I'm saying that. So this movie is set in post-apocalyptic future. The army of mercenaries enlisted to perform a heist in Las Vegas casino. But the only problem between them is the army of the undead. That's gonna be fun to watch in theaters, but this movie is coming on Netflix. We don't have to go in theaters. Yeah. Okay, so the next movie in this list is A Quiet Place Part 2. This movie is coming out on May 28. This movie is produced by Paramount, and this movie is directed by John Krasinski and starred by Emily Blunt and so many more. Actually, I talked about this movie earlier if you want to know more detail about this movie, so I will drop the link down in the description. The next movie in this list is called Cruella. Cruella de Vil. So this movie is coming out on May 28th. In this movie will be released in theaters, and you can access this movie on Disney Plus as well on May 28th. So this movie is starred by Emma Stone and Emma Thompson. Both have Oscars. Isn't it amazing? Emma Thompson Stone both have Oscars. Yeah, both are super cool, so beautiful and talented actress. Actually, this movie, I feel like this movie is borrowed heavily from the Maleficent and Joker. So yeah, I don't want to see that, but it looks like this movie is pretty much heavily focused on these two movies. Well, okay, so this story is adapted from the 101 Dalmatians, the old Disney animated movie. So this movie is based on the Cruella de Vil, who played the villain role in that movie. So this movie, Cruella, is focused on that character. Yeah, so in meanwhile, you can say that this movie is focused on Sweeney Todd meet the Devil Wears Prada. Well, okay. So the next movie in this list is The Conjuring, The Devil Made Me Do It, or you can call it The Conjuring 3. This movie is coming out on June 4. This movie will be released in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously. So I've also talked about this movie before. I have made another video about this movie. So if you want to know more about this movie, so I will also drop the link in the description for this movie as well. So don't worry. Yeah. Another movie in the list is called Vivo. This movie is also coming out on June 4. This is a Sony animation, but it will be released on Netflix. So yeah, there's one interesting thing about this movie. This movie is starred by Lin-Manuel Miranda, the sensation of Hamilton, who directed Hamilton. Super talented, and he's also helping the music for this movie. So if you like music and singing and dancing, so you are gonna enjoy and love this movie. So don't worry, you're gonna wait. This movie is coming out so you can enjoy it. Okay, so this movie is also starred by Zoe Saldana and Michael Rooker. Yeah. So I'm a big fan of these two guys. I love Zoe Saldana and Michael Rooker because yeah, I am a fan. There's no because. So yeah, I will watch this movie without a doubt. Okay, so the next movie in this line is called In the Heights. This movie is coming out on June 18. This movie will be released in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously. As we're talking about the Lin-Manuel Miranda, he wrote and starred In the Heights in 2008 as well. And so in this movie, in this storyline, Anthony Ramos, Corey Hawkins, Melissa Barrera, Leslie Grace, and more. If I pronounce any name wrong, so please forgive me. Okay, so the next movie in this list is called Luca. Yeah, if you are animated nerd, so you must know about this movie. If you don't, I will tell you, I will let you know. Don't worry. This is a Pixar movie, and this will be released on Disney Plus without extra cost. If you have the subscription of Disney Plus, you don't have to pay any money more. Well, everything is fine, right? So, okay, I am a little bit nervous for this movie because I believe this movie is kind of like Little Mermaid meet the Finding Nemo. But I always believe in Pixar because of their perfection. And okay, so I will watch it. I will recommend you guys as well. It's gonna be awesome time. And this movie is coming out in June 18th. So yeah, okay, so this movie is based on two sea monsters. When they go out of the sea, they transform into humans and they travel through all Italy. So the next movie in the line is Boo. Yep, it's Fast and Furious 9. Yeah. Okay, so this movie is coming out on June 25. This movie is produced by Universal, and this movie will be released in theaters. This movie is not coming out on PVOD, so don't expect that. I don't need it to be honest. I want to watch this movie in theaters. Yeah. So yeah, some people call it the story is mediocre. Fast and Furious movies, the story of them is so mediocre. I don't care. Okay, look at the cast. Look at the talent who is in the movie. Look at the action, look at the thrill, look at the views. I don't care about if the story is mediocre, if the story is average. They have reached to space. Okay, so this is another pretty good movie for you to write down in your calendar so you don't miss it. Okay, so the next movie in the line is Purge Forever. This movie is coming out on July 2nd. This movie is directed by Everardo Gott. And this movie is hard R rated. This movie is not for kids, okay? So I'm telling you already, this movie is not hard for kids. This movie is full psychological horror thriller. Yep. Okay, so the Forever Purge follow a Mexican couple who, after escaping the clutches of a drug cartel and stranded in Texas ranch house, are stalked by a vigilante group of heavily armed outsiders who refuse to be denied their right to kill those who don't like them. Oh my god. With no other options, the couple must mount a defense to push back against their would-be murderers and find help. This movie is good to watch at home. I don't want to watch it in theaters. I'm scared. The next movie in the line is called Black Widow. Finally, Black Widow is coming out on July 9. Oh, it's been almost 2 years. We didn't watch any Marvel movie. So I am so excited for this movie. I'm a big fan of Scarlett Johansson. I love her. I'm waiting for this movie since 2010. Since she first time appeared in the Marvel movie, I'm waiting for this movie for too long. I'm waiting for 11 years. Yeah. Okay. So this movie will be released in theaters, and you can also watch this movie with premiere access on Disney Plus as well on July 9. So this movie is actually based on the storyline after the Captain America Civil War and before Avengers Infinity War. So this storyline lies somewhere in the middle of those two movies. Okay, so the next movie in line is called Space Jam: The New Legacy. Ooh, it's not that. It's not a scary movie. It's fun. Okay, so this movie is starred by LeBron James himself. This movie will be released on July 16 in theaters and on HBO Max simultaneously. Actually, to me, this movie is like Looney Tunes on adventure with LeBron James, and they meet Ready Player One and Ralph Breaks the Internet. To me, this movie looks like this. So many pop culture reference will be there, like Game of Thrones, Iron Giant, could be Scooby-Doo, and could be so many more. So this will be very exciting movie to watch, and you should better write down in your calendar so you don't miss. Okay, so the next movie in line is called Old. Gabe Newell, co-founder of Valve Corporation, once claimed in an interview that every person is terrified of at least two things: the death of their children and the fading of their abilities. Well, nowhere are these two elemental fears more present than in Old. Yes, so this latest horror thriller is directed by the director of The Sixth Sense and The Split director, M. Night Shyamalan. Wow, very talented. You should go and check out these two movies. Pretty awesome and pretty talented director. Yeah, okay, basically this movie is about a family goes on a trip to the beach, and suddenly they found out that they are aging. They are getting old in minutes very soon. In a day, they get old very fast. Yeah, that's a problem. I don't want to get old very quick. Okay, so the next movie in line is called The Green Knight. Yep, The Green Knight. You remember Dev Patel? Remember the guy in the Slumdog Millionaire? He's playing the nephew of King Arthur himself. So, and this movie is also starred by Alicia Vikander and Sean Harris and more. And so Alicia Vikander is also in Ex Machina. Go and watch out that movie as well. She is so good in that as well. So thumbs up for that as well. Thumbs up for this movie. I'm gonna watch it. I'm gonna wait for that movie till July 25. This movie will be released in theaters. Next movie in line, finally DC movie coming up. That movie is the Suicide Squad. Yep, the last Suicide Squad was loud. Okay, this movie is directed by James Gunn, who directed also Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 1 and the Guardians of the Galaxy Volume 2. So I'm a little bit nervous that he is a Marvel guy. You remember last time when DC hired a Marvel director to direct a DC movie? You remember what happened? Yeah, that's why I'm a little bit nervous, but I'm also hopeful and positive as well, because this time for this movie Warner Bros. Gave full complete creative authority to James Gunn. Go and do whatever you want to do with the story. Go and do whoever you want to kill in this movie. Yeah, that's complete creativity. And James Gunn also mentioned that best movie he has ever made, and he also said the one actor that the best actor he ever worked with. I'm pretty sure he is talking about the Margot Robbie. She's super cool. Okay, so the next movie in line is Don't Breathe. Yeah, Don't Breathe 2. Yeah, this movie. Okay, so absolute bonkers 2016 thriller. I'm talking about the first movie. Yeah, Stephen Lang as a blind homicidal army veteran who tried to artificially inseminate a bound woman with a turkey bastard is getting a sequel. Okay, okay, Stephen Lang is coming back for a sequel. That is so good, because the first movie was all because of him. The first movie was so good just because of him. Thank God he's back. So this movie is produced by Sony, and they just mentioned that the character of Stephen Lang will return for this movie. The last movie in line is Candyman. It's not that candy. Candyman. Okay, this movie is coming out on August 27th. This movie is produced by Universal and directed by Nia Da Costa. Pretty talented director. And this movie is produced by Jordan Peele. Yeah, super talented and big name. Go and watch out his movies, Get Out and Us. Super talented. Those two movies is full of awesomeness. You're gonna love it, and when you will see those movies, you will know why I'm saying this. And I'm pretty sure this movie is gonna be another gold as well. Yep. So this movie is starred by Yahya Abdul-Mateen II as Anthony McCoy. Okay, so this movie is actually the sequel. Is the sequel of the last Bernard Rose's 1992 horror classical movie. This movie is sequel of that movie, so that's a good sign. I don't want to spoil anything. So these are the most anticipated movies of the summer 2021. Please write down in the comments and let me know which movie you are most excited about and which movie you don't care and which movie you love. Alright, okay, and please subscribe to my channel, please. Okay, see you in the next video. Till then, goodbye.